welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. A lot of activities in the world of sport that we just will be bringing to you this hour on the show. 360 Sport. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Well, as we talk about all the activities in the world of sport, let's start from the home scene. Talking about the Nigerian that did well over there in Tbilisi, Georgia, as she won gold for herself and also for Nigeria. Talking about the captain Lucy Ejike winning gold. The championship taking place in the para powerlifting competition in Tbilisi, Georgia. She was able to win gold for Nigeria in the 67-kilogram category over there. She was able to at least dislodge the Chinese lady, Tao Jiyuan, who has been a thorn in the flesh of this Nigeria. Now she has gotten to the level where she has equaled her own mark. 3 gold medals, and she's still celebrating. Good one coming from Lucy Ejike, the Nigerian lady who has done well, showing that there's ability also in disability. Good one there, 67-kilogram category in para powerlifting. Lucy Ejike of Nigeria winning gold at the World Championship there in para powerlifting sport. We move away from there and talk about football now. CAF Confederation match supposed to be coming up this weekend. Talking about El Masry and Rivers United. Rivers United right now, they have actually came up with the writing to CAF that they are receiving threats from Al Masry fans on social media, and also some of their delegation talking about Rivers United now, and some journalists have been denying, even some players, visa to Egypt by the Egyptian embassy here in Nigeria, and also looking at the fact that COVID-19 protocols will also be used against them, while Al Masry was also trying to say, okay, they want to, because 3 days ago they said they will be filing a case against Rivers United for the way they treated them while they came to play in Nigeria. That particular encounter ended 2-1 in favor of Rivers United, and now the matter has become a real show. Joining me in the studio is Peters Olawale to talk about the event in the world of football. Good to have you in the studio.
Pleasure to be here once again, Mr. Adeni.
Good one. The story I just took now, Rivers United, Al Masry is turning a bit razzmatazz now, as a lot of people are looking at, this is something like a show, no longer football.
Okay, I don't know why we are having this embarrassing situation when it comes to African football, African League. And we discussed the issue last week concerning the treatment meted out to Enyimba FC of Aba. That one, we still have it on there now. Then we're having another one again against Egypt. I think we shouldn't be having this situation. Game of football should be fair. If you are better than me, you don't need to bring in politics. You don't need to bring in issues to bring down your opponent because you want to win at all costs. So why are they doing this? They came to Nigeria. We played. We won 2-1. Were they treated the way they're about to treat ours? No, we didn't do that. So I think CAF, they need to really step up this time around if they don't want the game to lose its credibility. It's very sad. It's very embarrassing, and we shouldn't be in this situation.
We shouldn't be in this situation talking about the Rivers United versus Al Masry that will be coming up on Sunday over there in Egypt. Nigeria team, Rivers United, are now complaining that they are receiving threats from Al Masry fans that they will kill them and all that. And also, visa have been denied to some of the players, officials, and also journalists that are supposed to cover that particular event, the match that will be coming up in Egypt. Hopefully, everything will be sorted out before then. After all, Al Masry did not, when they came to Nigeria, visa was not denied to them. Well, from there, we go straight to Europe. Let's talk about the English Premier League. Matches were played in different stadium yesterday in England. And now let's look at some of the results as we went down. Southampton against Leicester City was 2-2, where Evans and Madison pulled back for that team called Leicester. Watford against Chelsea, it was a 2-1 win for Chelsea. They are missing Mount, and Hakim Ziyech was able to score. Nigerian Dennis Emmanuel was also on song for Watford, but it was not enough. They lost 2-1 in that game. West Ham United 1-1. They have Wolverhampton Wanderers. It was a goalless draw. Aston Villa, they lost against Manchester City. Let's take it to let's talk about Watford Chelsea. It was a game that, in fact, when the game started, there was an issue of one of the spectator or fan having an issue medically. They had to attend to that before the match started. But Chelsea were still able to, let me use the word, manage.
Yeah, the Chelsea yesterday, it's not really the Chelsea that we used to know, and I don't know the reason why the coach is experimenting. It's changing the first 11. I think he made about 5 or 6 changes to the team that played Manchester United over the weekend. So you can't be doing that and be expecting
to win outrightly.
To win all the time. Okay, and you are playing with a team that they are coming from a motivation part. You know, they won they sack only social Manchester United by winning that match, and they have a very good striker. Let's talk about the striker this time around, Dennis Bonaventure Emmanuel in Nigeria. He has scored so far this season 6 goals and 5 assists, and you saw the goal he scored yesterday. Very fantastic goal. I'm not expecting that kind of goal to occur from Chelsea defense yesterday. So they let it loose and he took that opportunity to score that fantastic goal. So I think there's a lot for Chelsea to do this time around. Okay, and they shouldn't be sitting relaxed that, oh, okay, we are the European champions, we are the we are leading
in EPL.
EPL. You have about 9 matches to play this December. So this December through January will determine who may likely win the league. So it's a narrow escape, sincerely, for Chelsea. And their next match is going to be a derby against West Ham United. So they need to improve upon their match against Manchester United. They want to play against Watford to be able to do very well. And you can see that the league is very open. First, second, third, and fourth, just a point, 2 point, and 3 points gap in between them. So Chelsea, they are very lucky yesterday, but they may not be lucky next time.
Now, see, talking about the English Premier League, they are looking at the results before we go to the table. The result of the matches that was played, we know that Southampton tried their best against Leicester City, ended 2-2 draw there. Now, we're still looking at another one, Manchester City against Aston Villa. West Ham has been fantastic, but they drew 1-0 draw against Brighton. But Aston Villa against Manchester City ended 2-1. Ruben Diaz, Bernardo Silva, Watkins, and giving Giroud that loss. It was a bitter one in the mouth at home at the Villa Park.
Okay, to be honest, a lot of people are not expecting Aston Villa to beat Manchester City because currently now they are doing very well. So losing to them 2 goals to 1, it's not that bad for him. At least he won his last match against the Crystal Palace. So losing against Manchester City is like they are welcoming him to EPL.
And it's understandable that, okay, this team.
This is not Scottish League, Celtic, where you have Celtic. This is Premier League, in which he was a fantastic player and captain while he was at Liverpool. So now as a coach, it's a different ball game. Given time, I think Gerrard will do. He didn't do very bad yesterday. Also, he did very well. So I think it's a welcome party for him in the game in EPL.
Okay, good one there. Now, looking at the table is the fact that Chelsea, yes, they managed to win yesterday. A lot of people knew that, right? And now, still topping the table ahead of Manchester City, but that is wide open for the two teams. And you look at the fact that Chelsea just have to be very careful because Manchester City are really knocking. They are coming. That they want to. I see it as. Are we going to say 2 horse race now?
Okay, and not only Manchester City. We have to look at Liverpool also.
I'm not writing on West Ham.
No.
You're not putting West Ham.
No, I'm going to put West Ham also.
Okay.
And depending on the result between Manchester United and Arsenal today, because if Arsenal they are able to win their match, they're going to take over from West Ham. So it's going to be not only Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal.
So 4 horse race, 5 horse race.
5 horse race. It can even be 6 horse race because by January, when the likes of Mo Salah, Mane, and co will come to the Nations Cup, so Liverpool, they will feel it more than any other team. Okay, Chelsea also, they will feel it. In talking about Ziyech will be out and Mendy will be out, so we can't tell now.
They will miss those players.
No, they will definitely miss those players. They will miss those players.
Now we look at another big one that happened in the La Liga. La Liga Santander, a match was played between Real Madrid. They were able to nip it in the bud. Karim Benzema, the Frenchman, was able to score that goal for them in the 48th minute, and they celebrated. Real Madrid against Atletico Bilbao was 1-0. Modric, Luka was the one that actually did the assist. And right now, if you look at the table now, they read well. They are really topping, showcasing that yes, they deserve to be there. 36-29, 7-point adrift. The second team, Atletico Madrid, second there. We have to say that they have been top for a while now. They are standing tall. They begin to show why they are not one of the big boys when it comes to football in La Liga. Benzema, the scorer there. Now, Real Madrid are showing their class now. 7 points ahead of the second place, that is Atletico Madrid. And to say that they have been the top league team for all this while, now they are now coming down to third position.
Okay, I think a good one for Karim Benzema, and I think he has rediscovered himself. He's not playing under the shadow of C. Ronaldo before. Now he has his full potential, and he's doing that very well. Fantastic goal yesterday, fantastic assist from Luka Modric. However, if Madrid should continue with this form that they have currently, I think by February, March, La Liga will be over. So the concentration will only be on the Premiership. La Liga will be over because for now, 7 points adrift. I think it's more than 5-6 years we have such gap in La Liga. Yeah. Currently, we have 3, 4, 2,
very competitive.
1, very competitive between Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid. But this time around, it's more like Madrid. They are having their few will. So I give it to them. I give it to Benzema also to let them keep it up.
All they need to do alongside Ancelotti is to make sure they continue to win. If they lost Merengues to win the Spanish La Liga. Now let's move straight to talk about the Italian Serie A matches we also play. As we look at the result there, Bologna, it was a good one for them. They defeated Roma. Jose Mourinho losing to that team there. Scamberg was able to score in 35th minute. Inter Milan against Spezia, 2-0. You have Martinez Roberto talking about the player now, and then you have Gallardiani. Genoa against AC Milan. Ibrahimovic, the Giants, tall again. Now looking at the table, Napoli, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Atalanta, Roma. Although, let's go back to the table, to the result now. Looking at the result that happened, I just have to give it up to Napoli. Although they played 2-2 against Sassuolo. Sassuolo showing their class. A lot of people never expected this. Camara, Ferrari, Ruiz, and Martins scoring for Napoli. But Ferrari and Scamacca, they were able to do well for Sassuolo. That was a shocking one. And looking at Napoli, the way they have been playing this season, you expected to win against Sassuolo. But Sassuolo were stubborn enough to hold their own 2-2.
Yeah, we all expected Napoli to win convincingly. And for conceding 2 goals in that match yesterday was even more shocking, because before yesterday, I think Napoli has conceded only 7 goals so far this season. So conceding 2 goals against
Sassuolo,
a team that we thought is going to be a walkover. It's kind of a surprise, but it's not. It shouldn't be a surprise. That's a game of football for you when you're talking about teams that are determined or they are underdog coming into the pitch with their heart that, oh, come on, I'm coming here to win this match at all costs. I'm not coming to respect anybody. I'm coming to play. Irrespective of you are collecting £250,000 per week. I'm collecting £18,000 per week.
That's not football.
It's a football. I mean, better than you may have the opportunity to win earning more than you. So that's what we saw yesterday. So it's going to be a very tight race at the Serie A. Also, if you can see the points between the Napoli, Inter Milan, AC Milan, and the new arrival Atlanta also. So they're not giving it up. So it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game.
40-year-old Zlatan Ibrahimovic was able to be unsung also for AC Milan as they won their game in that particular encounter. Despite his age, he's still scoring, and his particular Messiah was able to score 2 more goals to make it 3 for AC Milan. AC Milan seems to really they are getting their rhythm so right this season. In fact, just like the way it is in APL, Chelsea, Man City, Napoli, AC Milan. So the two are kind of they're dragging it. Who's going to win? Who's not going to win? And you look at AC Milan getting that particular win away, 3-0, scoring, and the man that has been there always talking about is Zlatan, show that at 40 he's still rearing to go.
Okay, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, 40 years old. That is one thing about being honest with yourself. That's one thing about being sincere with your real age. Okay, that shows Ibrahimovic is actually 40 years old and is acting that age. We have some players that they will call themselves 30, 32.
Maybe we should not go to that place. No, maybe we want to say we have some African players, right?
Sincerely, you see some they will call themselves 27 years and they will retire at the age of 32. I don't know why you are retiring the game of football at the age of 32 years old. While we had the likes of Ibrahimovic.
They've earned enough money. That's
enough money. More than what Ronaldo and Kwame had. So we have to look into that.
So when the real age is telling, you can't lie about it.
You can't lie about it. So it's doing very, very well currently now. Okay, so between AC Milan and Napoli, if not for the injury that Osimhen has, I think it will have made more impact than what we are seeing in Napoli now. I think they've played about 4 or 5 matches after he had the injury, and you can see that they are struggling in front of goals.
They're missing one way or the other.
They're missing a lot one way or the other. So I think if he come back, maybe January, February, probably things will change for them. And Napoli also, why I will give it to them, they are defensive-minded. They are defensive-minded. In the league, they are doing very, very well. They don't concede that much, and they score a lot. I think they've scored about 32 goals this season, and they've conceded only 9 goals. So that speaks a lot, unlike AC Milan that have conceded about, I think, 16 goals. I think about 16 goals this season. So that shows that defensive, they are not that very fantastic like the Napoli. So going by that, I think Napoli should have their celebration to win the Scudetto after a very, very, very long time this season, if they continue with this form.
That is, if they continue with the form, Napoli could actually scoop the Scudetto if it's possible. But AC Milan are knocking just where it is in the English Premier League, where Chelsea and Man City are also running one-on-one there. Well, we've been talking concerning Italia Serie A matches that was played yesterday over there in Italy. Now, let's go straight to France. Let's talk about the French Ligue 1. A lot of matches were also played over there. Well, PSG, surprisingly, they drew against OGC Nice. It was a 0-0. Despite their stars, they could not score in that game. Lille, defending champion, 2-1 against Reims. It was a good one there. Nantes, Nigerian Simon Moses' team lost against Marseille by a lone goal. You have Lyon losing at home against Reims. Surprisingly, Reims defeated them 2-1. Clermont 2-2 against Lens. Troyes 2-0 against Lorient, and you have Metz against Montpellier. Montpellier coming from a weight game, and they were able to win 3-1. And you have Angers against Monaco, 3-1 also for Angers. So the big boys, 2 of them won. Monaco, Marseille won. Lyon lost, and PSG drew. Marseille, Monaco, they won. Lyon lost shockingly to Reims, while PSG drew against OGC Nice.
Okay, and the match between Lyon and Reims just shows that no matter how good you are internationally, no matter how good you are when it comes to the Champions League or UEFA, when it comes to the home league,
you have to be very, very
careful. You know your tactics, you know your style. Just like the game of Chelsea and Manchester United. No matter how good in form Chelsea they are, when it comes in Europe, when it comes to the Premier League with Manchester United, they have their key. They have their key. They hardly win them. So that's the same thing that happened in the French league also. Lyon, they play 5 matches. Europa, they've won all their 5 matches.
That shows their class in Europe.
Class in Europe. But when it comes to home, you are the same thing. You know how you play your game. We know how to deal with it. So that's what happened. But the one that's surprising is that of PSG. I think we had the Ballon d'Or winner in that team.
That should be okay. In a nutshell, stylishly now, you are trying to talk about Messi.
Oh yes, Messi, the one they gave or they awarded the award.
Okay.
For Ballon d'Or.
I didn't score.
You can't have Messi. You can't have Neymar. You can't have Di Maria. You can't have the likes of Mbappe and co. In your league, you'll be playing nil. No. It's
a star-studded team.
It's something that by January the league should be over for PSG.
Although the gap is a bit wide.
Yes, 46 to 29. But you shouldn't be talking about that. You should be talking about how they can compete in Europe
and win the Champions League.
Not how they can compete or be playing draw in the French league. That is a lot. But nevertheless, they've won the league already, going by the margin right now. So I think they just need to rediscover themselves and know what should be their priority. Nobody will be surprised if they win the French league. Will you be surprised?
No. It's at least we can even call it
A carnival.
a monotonous league now, because it shows that if not for last season that Lille came and at least upstick them, it's always predictable that PSG will win when you think of French League on. So just the way you think about Bayern Munich in Germany.
So they should do something that will surprise all of us this time around, not something that will not be surprised about.
Well, that's it in the world of football. Talking about French League One, there PSG drawing against OGC Nice. It's not too a good one for Peter Salawale there. Now let's talk about the last draw on the show. We have two players talking about a lot of matches be coming up, but two players in the angle of Chelsea. I think we just have to look at one, a particular player called Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner. Timo Werner and Ziyech will be moving, according to the news coming out, that they could be moving away. Chelsea are ready to offload them if everything goes well. Do you support this idea?
I think they're supposed to have offloaded them long time ago.
Are you serious?
Timo Werner, I think last season he scored only 5 goals. Last season. So that's the reason why they have to look for a striker.
And he did so well when he was in Leipzig. So what happened?
So there's a difference between
Germany,
Bundesliga and Premier League.
EPL.
They are two different.
What about Ziyech, Hakim?
Yeah, and he's not doing badly, sincerely. And if they ask me my own opinion, I think Ziyech can still remain in the team. But Werner, oh my goodness, I think it should have been long gone.
From that team of
Chelsea. From that team of Chelsea. He needs to go and rediscover himself again before, if he wants to come back, he can come back. But it didn't fit in. You watch the match against Manchester United. That match supposed to have been 0 done in the first half. He missed a lot of chances. And if you look at the number of chances that he missed last season, the number of offside last season, combined together, it's even more than the number of goals that Chelsea have scored this season.
And the way it's going right now, the news also coming out that it's possible that Manchester United could be looking at the same player. We're talking about Werner. Maybe, Ragnick, the new man that will be coming as a German. He knows that, okay, when I understand this player, maybe I can take him to Manchester United.
Okay, I wish them all the best, and I pray and I hope it's going to be an avenue for him to discover himself. Probably he can't fit into Chelsea style of play. When he gets to Manchester United, he will fit into their style of play and understand the Premiership far better. But for him, I think he needs to leave that Chelsea team right now.
You just have to leave.
No, you just have to leave that Chelsea team.
To get his act together.
No, he has to get his act together. But right now, even with the arrival of Lukaku, we are how human. With the arrival of Lukaku, is we have a toll on him that, oh, this guy is back. He has been in the Premier League before. He has played Chelsea, Manchester United. So he's back again at Chelsea. He knows this league more than I do. And I know myself that I'm not doing very well. So it's a problem to meet up. So I think he needs to find his rhythm somewhere else.
He needs to find his rhythm somewhere, but I will put it up to you one before we go. Talk about, just give me the scoreline from you. Man United, Arsenal. Just one.
Okay, 2-1.
In favor of who? Which team?
Arsenal, because they've had about 6 matches so far. The last 6 matches, Man U have not won any.
As a Chelsea fan, you never accept that Man United will win that. Okay, I understand that place you are coming from. Well, good morning there. We've been talking with Peter Salawale in the studio. Arsenal fans, Man U fans, well, they have a way of always supporting themselves. If coming to Chelsea will never admit that Man U will win a match against Arsenal. Well, that's football. Thanks for having you in the studio.
It's a pleasure to be here, Mr. Adeni.
Well, as we always say, sports is business and fitness. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.
What a goal!